To all my sisters who lie alone at night, don't you ever doubt your beauty, no. Don't you ever doubt your light. You know that all the love you send always comes right back to you again. Lift up your shining face, 'cause you are amazing grace. All my brothers, trying to be true. You are the living answer to everything that's asked of you. Well, I just hope that you can see just how very much that it means to me. How well you run this race, you are amazing grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that turned my whole world upside down. I feel so lost, but you know I'm found. Just gotta look around me, yeah, yeah. To everybody in this life so wide, keep the heart of a lover, the mind of a child. Oh, you know, I don't think that it's by chance that we met here in this mighty dance of love and time and space. Oh, it's all amazing grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound to put my sister who lie alone at night. Don't you ever doubt your beauty, no. Don't you ever doubt your light. You know that all the love you send always comes right back to you again. Lift up your shining face, 'cause you are amazing grace. All my brothers, trying to be true. You are the living answer to everything that's asked of you. Well, I just hope that you can see just how very much that it means to me. How well you run this race, you are amazing grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that turned my whole world upside down. I feel so lost, but you know I'm found. Just gotta look around me. Yeah, yeah. To everybody in this life so wide, keep the heart of a lover, the mind of a child. Oh, you know, I don't think that it's by chance that we met here in this mighty dance. Oh, love and time and space, oh, it's all amazing grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound to put my feet back on solid ground. I feel so lost, but you know I'm down. Just gotta look around me. It's all amazing grace. 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 It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. 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 It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing. Amazing grace. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing. Everybody say it. It's all amazing. sister who lie alone at night. Don't you ever doubt your beauty, no. Don't you ever doubt your light. You know that all the love you send always comes right back to you again. Lift up your shining face, 'cause you are amazing grace. All my brothers, trying to be true. You are the living answer to everything that's asked of you. Well, I just hope that you can see just how very much that it means to me. How well you run this race. You are amazing grace. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound that turned my whole world upside down. I feel so lost, but you know I'm found. Just gotta look around me. Yeah, yeah. To everybody in this life so wide, keep the heart of a lover, the mind of a child. Oh, you know, I don't think that it's by chance that we met here in this mighty dance. Oh, love and time and space. Oh, it's all amazing grace. Amazing grace. How sweet the sound to put my feet back on solid ground. I feel so lost, but you know I'm down. Just gotta look around me. It's all amazing grace. 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 It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. 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 It's all amazing. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing grace. It's all amazing. It's all amazing. It's all amazing. It's all amazing. So amazing. It's all amazing. Everybody say amazing. It's all amazing. Say amazing. It's all amazing. Put your hands together right now.
holiday celebration on this beautiful spring Sunday morning. Hello to all of our viewers who are watching this live or on a rebroadcast on Facebook, Twitch TV, and YouTube Live here and across the globe. My name is Julia Mattis, and I'm the board president, co-leader of the women's group, and a licensed practitioner here at the Columbia Center for Spiritual Living. And my pronouns are she, her, and hers. Before we start, we would greatly appreciate it if you would share this live stream for those of you on Facebook and help us spread our message globally. I'll pause for you to do that now. All you have to do is go down to the bottom and push that arrow that says share. Thank you. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. As we open our service this morning, we would like to acknowledge that here in Howard County, we are on the unceded traditional lands of the Piscataway tribe of the Algonquin. We honor the Piscataway community, their elders, both past and present, as well as all future generations. Here at Columbia CSL, we live the truth of who we are through our identity, vision, and mission statements. Our identity statement is, we are a diverse community of belonging and growth, sharing the light and the joy within ourselves while learning to see it in others. Our vision statement states that we are contributing to a world that works for everyone. And finally, our mission is how we carry out that vision in the world. We are a welcoming, inclusive spiritual center where everyone can be seen and heard. We lovingly practice the principles of science of mind in the world. And now, as we start our service, I invite you to take a moment to set an intention for this week. Take a deep cleansing breath and allow yourself to sink into the feeling of that intention right now as you open to receive Spirit's guidance throughout our time together today and through the rest of the week. We have a saying here at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living: singing or listening to music is like praying twice. So we begin each service with a song. And this week, we're so blessed to bring back singer, songwriter, internationally famous recording artist, familiar to many throughout our New Thought movement, the one and only Amy Bishop. Please welcome Amy Bishop as she comes to us all the way from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Take it away, Amy.
Hello and happy Sunday, my friends. Here I am just south of Calgary in Turner Valley, sitting on 10 acres of beautiful land. And I don't want to speak too loudly in case Mother Nature hears me, but I think spring has come. I'm not going to say it too much louder than that because Alberta has a way of changing its mind. And so, fingers crossed, but I'm feeling very blessed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed. And I'm not gonna let it push me down. I'm not gonna let it run me over. Not gonna let it turn me around, 'cause I know the truth. I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm too grateful to be hateful. I'm too blessed to be pissed. I'm too blessed to be stressed.
As our founder Ernest Holmes taught, in principle, the great religions of the world do not differ as much as they appear to. That is why we take time each month at the beginning of the month to recognize and honor a variety of religions as sacred paths to God. I now invite B. Eamon James to lead us in our monthly breaths of faith.
Good morning. Let us breathe together as we honor each faith. As we take in the first breath, we honor Christianity as the path of love and forgiveness. As we take in the second breath, we honor Buddhism as the path of compassion and Four Noble Truths. As we take in the third breath, we honor Judaism as the path of ethical living through sacred law. As we take in the fourth breath, we honor Baha'i as the path of unity and peace. As we take in the fifth breath, we honor Islam as the path of surrendering to the will of God as the highest calling. As we take in the sixth breath, we honor Confucianism as the path of deliberate tradition. As we take in the seventh breath, we honor Taoism as the path of harmony and balance. As we take in the eighth breath, we honor Native American tradition as the path that recognizes and honors spirit in all of creation. As we take in the ninth breath, we honor Shintoism as the path of optimism and the inherent goodness of humanity. As we take in the 10th breath, we honor Hinduism as the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. As we take in the 10th breath, as we take in the 11th breath, we honor Akan as the path that honors the divine ancestors and nature. As we take in the 12th breath, we honor our own faith, the science of mind, as the path of adherence to universal spiritual law and transformation through commitment to our spiritual practices. And finally, as we take in the final breath, we invite you to hold sacred any and all faiths in their multiplicity by knowing love as the highest power that guides them all. Namaste. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, B. Eamon, for leading us in that amazing spiritual and most sacred practice, the breaths of faith. If this is your first time experiencing the Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, we welcome you and thank you for joining us today. We want you to know that no matter who you are or whatever your spiritual path may be, you are welcome here. We invite you to visit our website at columbiacsl.com to learn more about our community, replay past services, and find articles, postings, blog posts, all kinds of wonderful things, and other resources. Please check out our calendar on our website for all the amazing events and opportunities that we have to gather with our community that are coming up. And I'm actually going to talk about a few of those right now. So first of all, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to everybody who participated in our amazing labyrinth walk yesterday for peace at Bon Secours as we closed out our 64 days of nonviolence. And as we move into April, the new theme from Centers for Spiritual Living this month is creativity. And here at our center, we have chosen to expand on this theme. And this month, we will be focusing on co-creating and building a prosperity consciousness. And to support this new theme, we have prepared 30 powerful daily affirmations that you can add to your daily practice. The affirmations will be emailed to everyone who has given us their email address and will be posted on all of our social media pages and outlets daily. Together, let's practice and know the truth of our expanded oneness and consciousness and embody the principles of endless abundance and prosperity. Next, coming up, the Women's Groove, Tuesday night, April the 5th at 7 p.m. Join us for some rich, insightful, and oh yes, lots of laughter. This is a wonderful gathering of women, and if you have never participated before, please just join in and jump in and join us. You don't have to have had to have attended before. We'd love to have you join us. Next, would you like to begin your daily practice and your daily spiritual practice in music and meditation with Jamie Hudson Craig? Then join her for Sit With It this Wednesday morning, April the 6th at 7:30 a.m. for 30 minutes of being in presence. As of this month's theme is creativity and abundance, please join Reverend Jim Webb on April 9th, a week from now, for his workshop, The X Factor of Prosperity, and find what piece you may be missing in order to co-create a more abundant experience of life. Wow, got to sign up for that one. Oh, and the choir is back under the direction of Jamie Hudson Craig. She's taken names. If making a joyful noise with your voice and or an instrument is your bliss, please join us as we reform the Columbia CSL Choir. The first rehearsal is next week, April the 10th, directly after our in-person service. For more information and to sign up, please email Jamie at Jamie, Jami, Craig, Craig, CSL at gmail.com. Jamie Craig CSL at gmail.com. And I think that's actually being put in the Facebook comments as well. Whew, there's more, much more. Mark your calendars for Sowing Our Faith celebration and ceremony with Dr. Nadine on Tuesday, April the 19th at 7 p.m. virtually. You will learn about or reinforce your understanding of the universal creative process. And finally, as we enter into the season of spring, a sense of lightness buoys us up. And it is in this energy that we are planting the seeds of abundance with our 2022 fundraising, that's FUN, fundraising committee, to welcome in and receive our good. If you want to be part of our Prosperity Dream Team, please contact us at info@columbiacsl.com or reach out to Dr. Nadine directly at drnadine@columbiacsl.com. Wow, so much going on. And if you just want to find out about all these things that I just mentioned, please go to our website at www.columbiacsl.com/events to find out more details about all that's going on, or you can email us at info@columbiacsl.com. All right, so now let us consciously engage in spiritual practice together. I invite you to settle in, take a deep cleansing breath, and just become one with this moment and find that sacred place within where spirit is all there is. We will have a contemplative reading by Mary Jane Thompson, a guided meditation and affirmative prayer by B. Eamon James, and then music for the soul once again by our amazing guest artist, Amy Bishop.
Good morning. This is an Opportunity Day by Dr. Maxine Kay, Creative Thought Magazine, May of 2011. She begins with a quote from Raymond Charles Barker's Treat Yourself to Life. I move forward into my expanded good, divinely directed to successful accomplishment. I rejoice in success, for I am success. God is divine wisdom and infinite possibility, a mighty moving power, forever expressing in newness and ready to bring forth its magnificence into form. Created of this divine life, I utilize the creative process as each moment becomes a new opportunity for me to express brilliantly and successfully. Today, I view every event as a springboard for my greater good. I give only the highest and best to life, and it returns only the highest and best to me. Free to choose a radiant new path each moment, I feel alive with vibrant life, awake to new ideas, and aware of the perfect presence that guides and directs me to complete success in every endeavor. There is no room in my consciousness for doubt or concern as I maintain the high watch, focusing on the peaceful, joyous fulfillment of my heart's desire. I am here to serve the truth and embrace every opportunity for growth and success. Dr. K ends with this affirmation. Let us consciously join in. With a clear mind and grateful heart, I delight in living from my center and witnessing its unfoldment in my world. Embracing the truth of my word, I now release it to the impeccable law of mind, and let it be so. And so it is. Namaste.
Good morning, family and friends. I invite you to take this moment to just be still. If you will, close your eyes. Sit back in your seat and take a couple of deep breaths, centering yourself in the here and now. And through your mind's eye, I invite you to see a golden globe in the center of your being. It is a bright, brilliant globe of light, golden in its essence, sparkling and brilliant within you. And see this globe expanding throughout your being, expanding up into your head, expanding out into your arms and into your body cavity and down through your legs. It surrounds you completely, it fills you completely, and then moves out beyond you into the room in which you are gathered, spilling out beyond the room, filling up the entire edifice where you are, out into your neighborhood, out, expanding. This light, this divine essence expanding. Yours meets mine, and mine meets the other person's, and ours continues to expand where it fills not just our communities, but our country, across the oceans. This light expands. This golden light expands until we see the globe fully encapsulated in the golden light of the divine, spilling out into the universe. We observe the divine presence in all and through all. And we are reminded, we are assured, we know in this moment that we are one. And knowing this is our truth, let us join in an affirmative prayer. Knowing that God is all. God is everywhere present, everywhere active, in you and me and all the stars and the moons and the trees and the birds and the oceans and all the vastness of the universe. God is ever present and is demonstrating itself as love, as peace, as joy, as abundance and prosperity, as wisdom and guidance, as wholeness and health. And we know that these divine attributes are expressed in us here and now, because God is active and present in us here and now. And for this, we are grateful. And as we allow the truth of our being, the truth of the fullness of God to express in our world, we know that this is expanded to our family and friends. It is expanded to the politicians in our country. It is expanded to those in the Ukraine and Russia who are experiencing conflict in other places throughout the globe. But we know that God, as peace, as love, is moving. And we willingly serve as the instruments of the divine in this movement of peace, of love. And it is expressed freely in our thoughts, words, and actions in all we do. And for this, we are grateful. So I now release this word to the law, knowing that it has been heard, knowing that Spirit has received it, knowing that Spirit has said, yes, it is so. And we join in that sacred yes by affirming together, and so it is.
Heard it from a newborn baby, loud and clear in that first breath of air. Heard it when Grandpa was dying, it was faintly there. Live now, live now. Guess it really is that simple. Sometimes it's easier said than done. But all the cool rain does is fall down, and all the river does is run. And all we really gotta do is live now. Live now. Live now. Live now. We're not promised tomorrow. Like vapor, these days here are fading away, and maybe our time together here is borrowed. But every second by love's grace, I've gotta live now. I've learned I can't control the future, and I've learned I must forgive the past somehow. 'Cause we are here only a moment, and life's too short to not live now.
Wow, wow, wow. What an amazing, amazing spiritual, sacred practice that was. Thank you to Mary Jane for that powerful reading, and B. Eamon James for that most amazing and transformative spiritual practice, and for Amy. Wow. In this community, our practitioners and ministers are eager to know the truth with you and for you. Feel free to email your spiritual and prayer requests or for counseling to prayer@columbiacsl.com, and we will hold the truth in prayer for you throughout the week. And as we begin this month with the new theme of creativity and abundance, it's my pleasure to introduce today's speaker, Reverend Dr. Nadine Rogers, with her message, Breaking Ground. Take it away, Dr. Nadine.
Well, good morning, Columbia Center for Spiritual Living, and all of you who might be listening from far and wide. I welcome you to this new day. As Julia said, we're beginning to explore this new theme, creativity and abundance. Now, the Centers for Spiritual Living theme is creativity. However, if you can't have one without the other, at least not in spiritual truth, anyways. You know, when we look at the relevance of this spiritual truth in our lives, we might perceive it differently, however, but it is in that very perception that the spiritual truth of where there is creativity, there is abundance, is unwavering. The limitlessness of infinite creative intelligence is ongoing in its full state of self-givingness, no matter our subjective perceptions, observations, desires, or even outcomes. It is here, as Howard Thurman says, keep fresh before me the moments of my high resolve, that we break new ground. The object of all life is development, and everything that lives has an inalienable right to all the development it is capable of attaining. Wouldn't you agree? Dr. Wallace Wattles, a 19th century author, in his book, The Science of Getting Rich, states this. He says there are three motives for which we live. We live for the body, we live for the mind, and we live for the soul. No one of these is better or holier than the other. All are alike, desirable, and no one of the three, the body, the mind, or the soul, can live fully if either of the others is cut short of full life and expression. It is not right or noble to live only for the soul and deny mind or body. And it is wrong to live for the intellect and deny body or soul. Each of us naturally wants to become all that we are capable of becoming. And this desire to realize innate possibilities is inherent in human nature. We cannot help wanting to be all that we can be. So to be really rich does not mean to be satisfied or content with a little, does it? No. Success in life is becoming what you want to be. We have a right to be rich and to live richly. And when we work with the universal creative process consciously and intelligently, we demonstrate exactly that. When we understand the truth about universal substance, which is infinite in its existence and potential for expression, we are free to exercise a generosity not yet known to us. And it is from this state of being that we are centered in our wholeness and can overcome world conditions. It is in the practice of generosity, both an art and a science, in which we learn to master the law of giving and receiving, affirming and attracting a prosperous life. One of my favorite authors on the topic of abundance and prosperity is Eric Butterworth. He was a 20th century unity minister and author. And he wrote in his brilliant text, Spiritual Economics, this most appropriate metaphor. He says, when you walk on a beach and pick up a pebble and hold it close to your eye, you see the varied colors. The rock looms so large, it obstructs your view of everything else. And this is what happens when we constantly reinforce that there isn't enough, that we are not enough, and that we have not within us the capacity nor the power for change. But if we take that pebble and hold it at proper viewing distance, it can be examined and properly dealt with. Drop it at our feet, and it can become part of a path made from stepping stones. I love that metaphor. You know, all things work together for good is a principle. the effect of which is that any experience of life can become the best thing that ever happened to us. I know that every one of us relates to this, for we have all said too many times to count, I was certainly upset about that challenge, but now I see it in retrospect. It was the best possible thing that could have happened. Why do we wait for retrospect? The power in each thought can only be activated in the moment of our awareness of the thought. So why not accept the possibility right when the challenge occurs? Easy for you to say, Nadine, I know. You know, we're the only ones that can reverse adversity in our experience. And a most efficient beginning, I think I'd like to say, is by remembering who we truly are. So I want to share with you the story of creation by Dr. Ernest Holmes to do just that. Dr. Holmes says God, supreme intelligence, was conscious of itself and desired to manifest in form through its word, which was the law of its being. God could not speak a word which contradicts its own nature. It is its nature to create, but being all, it must create within itself. Since reality is born within our minds, we must create from within. The word of God spoken within itself set the law within itself in motion. The result is creation. The word is the mold. God made each person in its own image with its full nature, the desire to create and the ability to do so. God gave all people free will and dominion over their own state of mind and being. So you see, Spirit has a much bigger idea for you than you have been thinking about. You know, as we enter into this bigger question of who and whose we truly are, we break the former ground of our understanding and enter into more of the quantum field of possibility, naturally drawing more into our experience. Now, breaking ground. I know we've all seen the images of that tiny little seedling breaking through concrete, right? It's such a beautiful, beautiful remembrance and picture of possibility. I know it seems often like it would be a tough nut to crack, you know, so I want to share a couple of key elements as to how to break ground and become a cheerfully expectant co-creator of our abundance. So the first of which I'd like to explore is the law of giving and receiving. The definition by which begins the universe operates through dynamic exchange. Giving and receiving are different aspects of the flow of energy in the universe. And in our willingness to give that which we seek, we keep the abundance of the universe circulating in our lives. Now, if we stop the flow of our energy moving forward, we actually interfere with nature's intelligence. We must give and receive in order to keep money or anything we want circulating in our lives. So here are some ways to activate this law. Say to yourself, wherever I go and whomever I encounter, I will bring them a gift. Now, the gift may be a compliment, it may be a flower or a prayer. And this begins the process of circulating joy, wealth, and affluence in our lives and in the lives of others. Another thing you can do is say, I gratefully receive all the gifts that life has to offer me, such as the gift of nature, sunlight, the sound of birds, singing, spring showers, workers breaking through concrete at 6 in the morning, or the first snow of winter, all of it. I will also be open to receiving from others, whether it be in the form of a material gift, money, how easy is that to receive? A compliment or a prayer. Make a commitment to keep wealth circulating in your life by giving and receiving life's most precious gifts. The gift of affection, the gift of appreciation, of caring, and of love. Even the gift of your own vulnerability. And each time you meet someone, just silently know for them happiness, joy, and laughter. You know, currency, our word for money, derives from a Latin word meaning to run or flow. Now, money is a symbol of the life energy we give and the life energy we receive as a result of the service we provide to others. And like a river, money must keep flowing. Otherwise, it becomes or begins to clog and stagnate. Circulation keeps it alive and vital. And if we stop the circulation of energy, if our intention is to hold on to our money and hoard it, we stop its circulation back into our lives. So the intention behind our giving and receiving is the most important thing. Wouldn't you agree? When the act of giving is joyful, when it is unconditional and from the heart, then the energy behind the giving increases many times over. But if we give grudgingly, there is no energy behind the giving. If we feel we have lost something through the act of giving, then the gift is not truly given and will not cause increase. The law of giving and receiving with respect to creating abundance is simple. If you want material affluence, help others to become materially affluent. If you want to be blessed with all the good things in life, learn to silently bless everyone with all good things in life. The more you give, the more you receive. I want to stop here for a moment and say, as an extension of that idea, and the more we consciously make the space to practice receiving by blessing ourselves in divine light and love, we never feel depleted. It is in our willingness to give out that which we seek, really, that will keep the abundance of the universe circulating in our lives. And above all, to align with the law of giving and receiving, we must remember that even though abundance has material expression, what is really circulating is consciousness. Even the thought of giving, the thought of blessing, or a simple prayer has the power to affect others. We're bundles of thought in a thinking universe, and thought has power to transform. So take a breath, and I'm going to share with you the second key element I believe, in my experience, helps us to break new ground in this area of creativity and abundance, or creating abundance. It's the law of detachment. Now, the law of detachment is commonly known as releasing what no longer serves us by limiting our belief and experience of who we are and what is possible for us to become and create. But the spiritual law of detachment states that in order to manifest our desires, we must release attachment to the outcome itself as well as the path we might take to get there. So if we are releasing what has gone before and what is yet to be, then we are practicing really the Hindu view of detachment, the understanding of the nature of existence and the true ultimate state of being, which is sought by being in present moment awareness. In other words, while one is responsible and active in the present moment, we don't worry about past or future. And once we release our attachment to an outcome, it doesn't mean that we're any less interested in manifesting that goal. It simply means that we're less interested in the fear of not achieving it. I'm going to repeat that. Once we release the attachment to an outcome, it doesn't mean that we are less interested in manifesting that goal. It simply means that we're less interested in the fear of not achieving it. We've shifted our attention away from fear because we feel safe. We might have an easy time convincing ourselves to detach intellectually from how we want things to go, right? But isn't letting go emotionally a different story altogether? I've really grappled with that, because I'm always not in touch with my emotions. I am headstrong, and I'm always running questions, answers, suppositions, assumptions, possibilities in all areas of my life. So when I get to that place of going, oh, I have it all organized. It's working fine. I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I know how the laws work. I'm living in principle, yada, yada, yada. And then I go, oh, but I have some deeper attachment to this, right? It's an emotional attachment. So how do we let go emotionally our attachments? How do we release our grip and give the goals the freedom they need to flourish? Well, for me, the first step is compassion. To be compassionate for the part of me that is attached to the outcome. Now, it's very tempting to imagine that all of us is attached to a specific outcome, but the truth is that there's really only a part of us that is attached to the outcome. Now, it may seem like a very big part, but that's because we've probably been focusing a lot of our energy on either resisting it or trying to get rid of it. Unfortunately, the more aggressively we approach this part of us, the more entrenched it gets in its position. So the harder I try to release my emotional attachment, the more it sticks with me. So rather than trying to get rid of it, I've found that I just give it loving care. If I'm attached to something, it usually indicates there's some part of me in fear or some part of me scared. And I think that needs our compassion more than anything, So sometimes I see myself as a small child and I imagine treating myself with kindness and just comfort, a reassurance. And I allow my mind to soften around this issue. And so then whenever I get scared in the future, or I'm holding on or grasping something, I just continue to provide and call in compassion and care for this part of me that obviously feels overwhelmed. Right? And I also remember there's this core part of us, this divine wisdom, this higher self, this source, that within us that knows that all is well. And I allow this core part to take the lead in my life. The second thing I do to help release emotional attachment to outcome is that I keep all options on the table. Nothing triggers attachment to an outcome like the feeling of scarcity. So whether you're worried about running out of opportunities or time, scarcity is a fear-based mindset that can wreak havoc on our goals. Feelings of scarcity can lead to impulsive actions and unhealthy preoccupation with things you don't have. So in order to reduce feelings of scarcity, keep all options on the table, even the options that aren't exactly your favorites right now. Don't discard possible solutions too soon. And most importantly, and I am so guilty of this one, don't fall in love with an option prematurely. Don't fantasize about how your life will look once you obtain that one option, but rather the feeling experience of your desire for a fuller life, right? Be specific about the feeling desire and expression and experience rather than honing in on the one specific mental picture that will produce it. Be as neutral as you can. Stay open to unexpected opportunities and try not to idealize or force any particular solution. When we're attached to an outcome, we tend to fixate on or only one, only one possible solution. And what that does, it excludes any new information, ideas, and opportunities. And the last thing is ask for more. Ask for more. Now, while it may sound counterintuitive to ask for more when you're concerned about manifesting just one thing, it's surprisingly effective as a strategy. So here's an example. If you want to have one new job, picture having 3 good offers to choose from. If you're looking for a romantic partner, imagine having 2 amazing people who are interested in you. Or if you want to buy a dream home, for me, a second home in Mexico would be just wonderful. Picture yourself with a dream home and a vacation home, and perhaps another retreat in a 3rd location. You see, as we learn to release our emotional attachments, we more naturally cultivate a generous perspective and become a conduit for abundance in our own world. And this perspective asks us to know through our daily demonstration this: I am enough, therefore there is enough, and therefore you are enough, and what is enough. A generous perspective in turn cultivates a generous heart. And in the Buddhist tradition, one small act of charity is said to be equal to countless acts of charity. On reflecting upon dana paramita, which means one small act of charity, we are made aware that it requires 3 kinds of purity. This means that true giving involves the awareness that there is no giver, no gift, and no receiver. True giving involves the awareness that there is no giver, no gift, and no receiver. So attachments of any kind, whether it be to self as the benefactor, the value of the gift, or to the acknowledgement by the receiver, nullify the pure act of giving and can cost us the powerful experience found living in harmony with that beautiful rhythm of life, that law of circulation. As this brings me to the final key element in breaking ground, into the experience of abundance and prosperity. It is living in harmony with the rhythm of life, the full-on, unlimited self-givingness of God in, through, and as its creation. We need to create a rhythm that builds up our energy exchange with life, not depletes it. It is already within us to give, so begin whatever practice you need to support the flowing out of the rhythm of life. One such practice is learning to live in questions, which we know brings us to that place of entering the mystery or uncertainty. But as much as it might feel scary at times, it also comes with a feeling of freedom, right? All options, all possibilities. Here's a very quick story. A student once asked a Hindu teacher, trying to stump him, "Don't you know for sure at least that you are a human being?" To which the teacher replies, "In part." Such a simple statement reflecting that our elder teachers believe that not to know is to step into life without repeating ourselves. This perhaps is how we live into the rhythm of life and the flow of circulation. Not to know allows us to forget the prejudices, the comparisons that say, I am richer than you, I am poorer than you, I am good at this or bad at this. If we practice don't know mind for long enough, perhaps we can learn how to be good at anything. Now, while emptiness is what is left when you take away the thoughts and beliefs that we have constructed around the emotions of attachment, knowing is a way to move in the absence of such thoughts. It is the space between the notes where creativity and abundance meet in our relative experience of limitlessness. Now, on the topic of the power of being in harmony with the rhythm, this creatively abundant life, Rainer Maria Rilke, who is an acclaimed Austrian poet, was said to give this advice to a younger poet. He said, "I would like to beg you, dear sir, to have patience with everything unresolved in your heart, and to try to love the questions themselves as if they were locked rooms or books written in a very foreign language. Don't search for the answers, which could not be given to you now because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps then, someday in far future, you will gradually, without even noticing it, live your way into the answer." And I would like to close today with one of Rilke's most loved poems entitled, "I am much too alone in this world, yet not alone." He writes, "I am much too alone in this world, yet not alone enough to truly consecrate the hour. I am much too small in this world, yet not small enough to be to you just object and thing, dark and smart. I want my free will and want it accompanying the path which leads to action, and want during times that beg questions where something is up to be among those in the know, or else be alone. I want to mirror your image to its fullest perfection, never be blind or too old to uphold your weighty, wavering reflection. I want to unfold. Nowhere I wish to stay crooked bent, for there I would be dishonest, untrue. I want my conscience to be true before you." My friends, breaking new ground is the natural state of creative evolution. Within every one of our experiences exists a different perspective on a new reality and access to life's limitless creative power for a rich and prosperous life. And so it is.
Wow. And so it is. Thank you, Dr. Nadine, for that most amazing and inspiring talk this morning. A lot to think about. And please join us next week as we come together in person at the Hawthorne Center with our guest speaker, Reverend Jim Webb, speaking on the 5 P's of prosperity. And our guest musician next week is our very own Felicia Taylor. And if you can't be with us in person, you can always join us on the live stream through Twitch TV, on our YouTube channel, or here on Facebook. And we've discovered that if you're having trouble with any of the live stream connections on any one of those 3 platforms, please try one of the other ones, and that might work better for you. And now it's my pleasure to bring back once again the incomparable Amy Bishop.
It's the cry of a baby. It's the whisper in prayer. It's voices and laughter. It's the wind in the stillness. It's the spaces between. It's the spark of fire. Love. 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 It's the seed of flower. It's a butterfly's wing. It's a call and an answer. It's a breath, a stirring. It's the pulse in my veins. It moves in as and through me. It's a knowing. It's our only design. It's eternally growing. Love. It's peace. It's power. It connects all to one. Has no end, no beginning. Receiving and giving, I release, I let go. Divine shrugging your shoulder. Love, love, love.
Okay, yeah, woo! Caught me dancing there before we cut over 10 seconds left. Thank you, Amy, for that fabulous, uplifting song, and we appreciate your gifts and talents so much. Be sure to check out Amy's website at www.amybishopmusic.com. Check her out on YouTube and Spotify, and she's also on Facebook. Whew, what a service, what a service. And now it's time for our conscious giving. We've just received so much, and now we can participate in that law of circulation that Dr. Nadine spoke about by giving back. I ask you to take one moment and just evoke feelings of love and gratitude and abundance that is just flowing through this service today, and allow them to fill you and the space around you. And now let's use the power of our word by speaking together our prosperity affirmation. I know that the infinite abundance of the universe blesses and multiplies this offering, and so it is. We offer 3 easy ways to donate your offering. You can make a one-time or reoccurring donation through our website at www.columbiacsl.com. Or you can text your donation to us at 410-498-6175. Or for those of you who are local, you may prefer to drop off or mail your check into our office. We receive and so appreciate your gifts and tithes and generosity, and we thank you for supporting us so that we remain a vital and thriving center in which to find your spiritual nourishment. And we know that as we give with gratitude, we receive with great gratitude. Would you please join me as we bless and receive every gift bestowed upon Columbia CSL? Together, we receive these gifts knowing that they nurture and support our vision of contributing to a world that works for everyone. And so it is. On behalf of our entire community, thank you for being a part of our spiritual family today, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. At the end of service, we hope that you will check out the announcement slides and our website calendar at www.columbiacsl.com to make sure that you know everything that's going on in our community. And please join us right after service, as soon as this is over, in our after chat with Dr. Nadine, so that you can take a deeper dive into today's message and today's sharings. You can find that link on our website calendar under today's date. Or if you've joined us before for after chat, it's the same link. So please join us after service. And it's now my pleasure to once again bring back Dr. Nadine for our closing benediction.
Well, I don't know about you all, but I was like doing that dance with Amy was singing that last piece. She is so sassy, isn't she? Oh my goodness, Amy. And everyone, thank you so much for filling my heart today. So let us come to the conclusion of this part of our new day in the knowing that we open to welcome in and receive the fullness of life's abundance and prosperity. That we are that open divine channel, that through our receiving and our giving and our giving and receiving, we enter into this beautiful limitless flow of circulation that washes up within us, washes over us, and provides for us all the time. God is good all the time. So we open to allow ourselves to know we are enough. Therefore, there is enough. Therefore, you are enough. Oh my, oh my. Breathe in the breath of the abundance of life that is you in this moment. And it is within great mental resolve and deep heart gratitude that we move forward in our life, becoming that which we seek. And so it is.
Let me walk to the banks of the river of love, where the current runs deep, baptized in the one, where there's no separation and the light is always seen, honoring all our differences, and love will set us free. Oh, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I see the blessings of the past. It's time to requalify. Let's not forget, but learn to forgive. God knows we gotta try. It's my responsibility to heal the wounds in me. Compassion, faith, and hope, and love, and truth will set us free. Oh, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my soul. Oh, Lord, I said, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. Oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh. of the river of love, where the current runs deep, baptized in the one, where there's no separation and the light is always safe, honoring all our differences, and love will set us free. Oh, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I see the blessings of the past. It's time to requalify. Let's not forget, but learn to forgive. God knows we gotta try. It's my responsibility to heal the wounds in me. Compassion, faith, and hope, and love, and truth will set us free. Oh, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my soul. Oh, Lord, I said, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul.